Since Seer went available this week for everybody, I wanted to do a video and show how you actually get set up using it inside of the applications you're building. But first, what actually is Seer? Seer is Sentry's AI debugging agent, and it has access to all the context that Sentry collects about the applications that you're building. So things like distributed tracing, stack traces, your logs, profiles, error messages and issues that are coming through, even access to your code base. And it combines all that together and puts a reasoning engine on top of it that the agent can tap into to understand more about what's happening in your application. So when you're pulling PRs, we can use that to go and predict bugs before they actually hit production. And when things do sneak into production and break, we can look at those issues, find the root cause, and actually propose a fix for you or kick it off to a background agent to go and implement that change for you. You can even use it inside of things like Claude Code or Open Code to dig into the performance of your application, or just ask it to go out and fix bugs, and it'll come back with all that context to make it easier to fix. Turns out AI is really good at going out and building applications, but fixing problems inside of them is really hard when you don't have the context of what's happening. And our whole goal with Seer is to have it live right alongside your workflow so you can bring it in at any point and have it look at what's happening in your application to make it better. So in my environment, I'm setting it up at the first time, and I can see the splash screen. You'll see this when you come into the Seer option from in the settings on the left-hand side. I'm going to go ahead and drop into testing it out now. And now I'm in the Seer settings, so I can actually go in and start configuring it to use in my applications. So I've got auto trigger fixes on by default, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on to automatically create PRs for me also. So what this is going to do is, as it finds these highly actionable issues, it's going to go and suggest fixes for them. We do a scoring automatically behind the scenes on how much Seer thinks it can fix an issue that's coming through. So in my case, highly fixable ones, those are going to get triggered. I'm going to go ahead and turn on enable code review by default. So this is going to turn on the review as I'm PRing changes in. So it'll actually check those out. So anytime I create new repos or projects, this will be turned on by default. And then if I go into projects here, I can see all these settings on a per project basis inside of my environment. So if I wanted to turn these settings off for specific ones, I can. Or if I wanted to enable it for other ones that hadn't been turned on before, I can do that also. If you come in and set up a background agent, it'll be available here, and you can go into the project individually and turn those on. So what does this actually look like in practice? If I drop into GitHub, I'm inside of a PR for one of my projects here, and Seer automatically ran against this PR and found a bug as part of it. So we look at issues as they're coming in, and we use all the context from Sentry to help figure out if there's going to be a bug inside of the changes you're making as part of that code review. Here, I was able to see what the bug was, and I even get a prompt that I can feed into like a Claude Code or a Codex to go and actually implement this change for me. I was able to use this, send it back in, and fix this issue before it even hit prod. Now, no matter how careful we are in PR review, things will still make it into production that cause issues. And so when I jump back into Sentry and I go back into my issues view, I'm in a project for an iOS application I made, and this has a bunch of issues that have shown up in it. I can see a couple of these have this icon here that show that Seer's already ran on these. And if I jump into these, on the right-hand side, I can see Seer's already ran. It's found the root cause of the issue automatically, and it's got a solution to go and fix it. It's even gone and pulled the PR to go and implement the change that'll fix this problem. And that's part of what makes Seer so great, is it lives right alongside your application, and as these issues are coming through, it's finding them and automatically telling you what to do to go and fix them. Now, so far what we've focused on is how we're taking code from actually in PR all the way into production. But what about when you're actually building something new inside your editor? I'm going to drop down into my terminal where I'm in Open Code right now, and I've used a Sentry MCP server to reach out and query into Sentry and to understand more about what's happening inside of my application. I've asked it for the slowest endpoints, and the MCP has used that same reasoning platform to go and pull together all the information about what's happening inside of my app. So again, slow API calls. I get a nice summary of all of those here. I even get a dashboard link out to go and dig into that inside of Sentry if I want to explore. This lets us expose all the information that Sentry has about how our application's been running as part of the development flow also. So whether I'm in development, I'm in review, or I'm in production, Seer's there helping me go and fix things before they start to become bigger problems in my environment. And that's really the whole idea behind Seer. We want it to be that agent that lives right alongside your existing development workflow and helps you fix problems inside of your applications before they become bigger ones. Let us know how you want to use Seer and how it's showing up inside of your workflows. We'll talk to you soon.